Hey, have you ever heard this story before? It's fairly well known and it describes exactly how life goes. There once was a sower. I'm not talking about like sewing needles and thread, but a sower, someone that's throwing seeds. I guess you could call that a farmer. Anyways, as he's throwing out his seeds, some of his seeds were falling on hard places, rocks. Some of it was falling between some weeds and some thorns. And some of the seeds were falling on really nice soil, a great place for seeds. After he was done sowing all his seeds, the seeds that had landed on the rocks didn't take root, and matter of fact, some birds came and ate those up because they were easy to grab. All of the seeds that had fallen amongst the weeds and the thorns and the thistles, as they sprouted and grew up, the weeds around them and the thorns choked out the growth that was happening there. But the seeds that landed on the good soil, those seeds were able to take root, be strong, and grow and become healthy plants. Okay, if you didn't already know, that story was told by Jesus in Matthew. And the different environments are not unlike our hearts today. When our hearts are open and receptive, like good soil, then the truth of God is able to penetrate, take root, and grow and sprout and create life, and also produce fruit in our lives that others can see. Have you ever seen someone be strangely patient in the line at Starbucks? Or maybe you saw someone go out of their way and be overly kind. Man, how did they give so much of their time to that person? Those are signs and indications of good fruit in those people's lives. On the other side of that, when our hearts are not a good environment to receive the truth of God, and maybe we're like the rocks where we hear something and then we immediately write it off, or we hear something but we allow some contrary truth of the world to combat what God's trying to tell us, then the truth of God can get difficult to hear and it can be choked out by the world around us. As a result, people feel lost, people feel hopeless, people feel depressed, people have anxiety. And we let the truth of God in our lives, then we can clearly hear our identity in Christ and who He's called us to be. That's why I wrote the song Traffic, because I want everybody to know who they are made to be, who they're called to be, that they have worth, that they have an identity in Christ, and that it doesn't matter what anyone else says to you, that you are valuable, you are loved, and you are worth it. I hope you can check out the song, and I hope it's an encouragement to you.
What's your true potential? What's your true potential?
What? Are you serious? Dude, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching. It means the world to me that you would take time to watch my videos, support my music. If you're not already, you can follow me on all the platforms where you can find Aaron Rayford music. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe here. I'm gonna be doing more music. If you have any suggestions of what you wanna hear, you can leave that in the comments. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being connected in this way. And I can't wait to connect with you soon.